It's been a hard time for the community overall under this administration. It isn't the first time that we've had to come together as a community and try and fight for our human rights. I hope I can use my platform and my voice throughout these games to try and encourage people to stay strong.
I love the challenge. How many times can I say the word community in 60 seconds?
No, that's what she focuses on. That's why she came in 13th place, I believe, yesterday. Oh, I can't say slurs?
No. You're encouraged to say
okay.
slurs.
I love saying slurs.
Hey guys, welcome back to Normal Gays, where we take on LGBT insanity. I'm Brad Polumbo here with Clarkson Lawson and special guest Misha Petrov. What?
Petrov.
Wow,
I think for this
It
episode.
was close. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna talk like this.
okay. Why not?
I don't know. I'm
This
kind of
is so
bored. Do you
weird.
know what I mean? Like sometimes we do this stuff.
Oh
I
my
just
God, he
get
says
bored.
I'm-
Tea and crumpets?
I would like some tea, maybe like.
We've been
go
sitting-
I like a
fish and
British accent.
chips.
I love how when we're filming our content, we're 10 minutes in, he goes, I'm bored.
It's just the same thing over and over again. You get over
In it.
Yeah.
X. Oh.
Our last segment was totally different.
I don't feel
It
the
wasn't
same.
British, though.
No.
Okay.
You just need to spice it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well,
Well, we're going to talk about the Olympics, and particularly a pansexual athlete at the Olympics, which, whatever that means. That's
What does pansexual mean?
Oh.
She's into pans.
No.
My crock pot. Wait, is a crock pot a pan?
Is it a British pan?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know. But what does pansexual actually mean?
It's spicy bisexual. It just
Yeah.
means I like all genders.
There's a flow chart for the bisexuals because they have to be special. So it's like omnisexual, pansexual. Yeah.
And they all just mean the same thing.
Wars.
What?
I'm gonna Google it, but you can keep going.
Anyway, let's listen to the video that this person, the Olympian, speaking out, pansexual Winter Olympics figure skater Amber Glenn, who is now having to limit her social media time after getting pushback on this commentary. Listen to this.
It's been a hard time for the community overall under this administration. It isn't the first time that we've had to come together as a community and try and fight for our human rights. And now, especially, it's not just affecting the queer community, but many other communities. And I think that we are able to support each other in a way that we didn't have to before. And because of that, it's made us a lot stronger. I hope I can use my platform and my voice throughout these games to try and encourage people to stay strong in these hard times. I know that a lot of people say, you're just an athlete, like stick to your job, shut up about politics, but politics affect us all. It is something that I will not just be quiet about because it is something that affects us in our everyday lives. So, of course, there are things that I disagree with, but as a community, we are strong and we support each other, and brighter days are ahead of us.
Keeps going.
Yeah.
It's a very run-on sentency. I can't.
I love the challenge. How many times can I say the word community in 60 seconds?
No, that's what she focuses on. That's why she came in 13th place, I believe, yesterday.
Thank God.
But also, like, what rights as a pansexual person are you losing?
Right.
Or as a honestly, we should just stop saying pansexual.
I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, it says like you're attracted to personality and not gender, but
So
Yeah,
that's like a
so you're still
subset of a bisexual.
Yeah, you're
That's
still
a preference
bisexual.
within bisexuality.
yeah, like I mean, I'm attracted to personality too.
Yeah,
I
as
just
most
didn't.
people are.
Wait, you know-
Yeah.
Do you know who his one woman he finds attractive is? Bonnie Blue.
No, that makes sense. Actually.
Wait,
get it?
how?
She's got a very like.
Yes,
I get it. I'm not attracted to her, but she has a masculine presence. to her.
Yeah,
You don't
she's
get
like
it?
a gay man in a
Really?
That I get.
body.
Because she's
Yeah.
such a whore.
Yes.
Yes,
What
but
else
also
is there?
she just like she doesn't care
Yeah.
about anything, and I respect that. Like
Okay.
I like that personality.
Yeah. No.
Just does whatever the hell they want.
Mhm.
Back to this topic. The Olympian, I think, they should just not talk about politics. Now,
Mhm.
I do think there's some hypocrisy because Republicans, the second an athlete or a celebrity says anything right wing, they're like, they forget the whole shut up and dribble
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And they're like, yes, please speak. But I would prefer they all just not, because they don't really know much. They say lots of just like run on babbling with lots of
Mhm.
buzzwords and not much substance. And what is this person? How has your daily life been affected as a queer woman? I would love to know.
Yeah, what rights have we lost also? I'm just curious, like what specifically she's
I
referring
mean, I
to.
understand that lots of restrictions have been placed on trans people,
Sure.
and you could agree or disagree with those restrictions.
Yeah.
But
But for pansexuals though, specifically.
well,
Or-
I mean, I don't think, I'm going to take a contrarian approach
Okay.
and say that I think that athletes should be allowed to talk about politics if they know what they're talking about.
Mhm.
but that's
Because
a
like I'm thinking about like, okay,
big if.
I mean, as my like, I don't shut up about politics.
Yeah.
If I was doing something else, I still wouldn't shut up about politics. But you got to know what the you're talking about.
But she's a skater, so she should primarily be known for her
Correct.
skating.
It's like when they get on these pedestals and they just start saying word vomit, that's like toxic empathetic speech.
Yeah.
That's how I define it.
Like we're strong.
Yeah, we're
We've
gonna
never fought this way before. Really?
We're gonna do it. It's just like that's not encouraging. You're just using filler words. You're virtue
Mhm.
signaling. You're not actually making a difference. Like if you disagree with, let's say, trans passports being changed, say you disagree with that.
And give your reasons
Give
and
your reasons.
arguments.
Talk about the
Specifics.
policy, but like you're just virtue signaling basically nothing.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and now she's taking a social media break because of all the hate. So
Well-
Pink News, our favorite news source, reports that Amber Glenn is limiting her time on social media after receiving a scary amount of hate/threats for discussing representing the LGBT community at the 2026 Olympics. Glenn, who won a gold for Team LGBTQ+,
What?
There's a separate team.
I don't know, in the team figure skating event on Sunday, the 8th of February, identifies as pansexual and is one of a record-breaking 41 out LGBTQ athletes taking part in the Milan Games. On Saturday, February 7th, the athlete took to Instagram to call out the scary amount of hate and threats she has received. She added, "I did anticipate this, but I am disappointed by it. I will be limiting my time on social media for my own well-being, but I will never stop using my voice for what I believe in. I'm going to keep speaking my truth," she says. I
God,
love
I hate
that.
that.
I'm going to keep representing what I believe in and what I think all Americans believe in, which is freedom and being able to love and do what you want. So I just hope we can keep going forward and be positive. Of course, I don't want anyone getting threats or
Yeah.
hate, so I don't
But why
support
are you
that.
talking about politics if you're not going to expect that? Like, you want to talk about the most divisive thing in America, and then
Mhm.
you're shocked when the reaction is mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think threats are unacceptable, but
Sure.
criticism
But they're going to
is
happen.
fine.
But
And
also, like-
true.
They're going to happen.
And
So
they-
if you're going to make your platform,
Yeah.
and you're going to get threats, expect them. Don't get on there and say, well, I need to use my platform. And then when your platform is actually being used, shut down your platform because it's
Yeah.
being used. Like, use your brain a
It's
bit.
just more victim mentality. Like I was
Yes.
so brave, and now I have to take a step back, but I'm still going to keep talking about it. It's
Right.
like main character syndrome.
Yeah, and
Oh.
it's like you're not going to still talk about it if you're shutting down your platform.
Yeah,
I
true.
also they interpret threats very liberally.
Mm.
Like I of course I believe threats are unacceptable, but a lot of times they're just getting nasty messages
Mhm.
and they call it like threats.
Yeah.
I've gotten actual threats, but actually not that many in the grand scheme of things. But I've received thousands of like
Yeah.
hateful and violent
you have
sounding
too.
messages. And
Yeah.
you had any stalkers ever?
No.
Oh, most of the
You
female
have
content
stalkers?
I have not, but most of the female creators I know have had a stalker
Mhm.
at some point.
Mhm.
Well, your biggest platform is YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and there's no like direct message feature, so maybe that's why you probably don't see it as much.
No.
But like Instagram, it's very easy to get a threat. So like maybe that's why I'm so.
I'm not even the one
desensitized to
looking
it.
at the Instagram. I
Ah.
have someone looking at the
Oh,
comments
see,
first.
I read mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that's not good for you.
I know,
Yeah.
I
You
know.
got to get a little buffer, someone
Yeah,
else
I
to do
know,
that
I
for
know.
you.
Some of them are funny though. So
And Clarkson just addicted to the attention and the feedback.
well, also I'm like searching for my husband.
Okay.
Sometimes they DM me on Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
I get to
God.
chat.
I want to tell you something embarrassing. One of the people that subscribes to him on OnlyFans
What?
started like messaging him and he was like, wait, he's kind of cute. It's like, what if I meet my husband on my OnlyFans account? I'm like, "Ew, no.
Okay, I didn't meet
You
it.
thought about it.
I thought about it. It's
Shame.
cute.
You saw him?
Like his picture.
He had a picture.
Not in person.
Mhm.
You don't want to meet somebody.
I know,
It could be
Brad.
dangerous.
Yeah.
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
Starting out as
It's
a
like meeting
simp.
someone at the bar. Like you're very unlikely to meet your
Oh no, it's
husband.
much worse than meeting someone at a bar.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's like
We
where
met
you
on
find them.
OnlyFans.
Yeah. No, where you find them is how you lose them. That's my
Mhm.
thought process.
Okay.
T.
That's why when people like cheat, or they're the ones that they're being cheated with,
Mm-hmm.
and then they marry that person, they always end up getting cheated on.
Are you going to throw
Yeah.
out your allegations against the gay TikToker we've been talking about?
No, we're gonna
Okay.
leave that alone.
For now.
Yeah.
gathering
Just know
evidence.
that all of these conservative gays are not conservative. They're cheating on their husbands. They're in open relationships despite preaching about how they don't like them.
He's referring to one person, to be clear.
No,
No,
all the
a lot
gay,
of people.
all the conservatives are liars. They're all
Mhm.
liars.
A fair, I don't think
Good amount.
all is probably not
A
true.
good
You're
amount.
like that one comment that's like, but what about me?
Bean
Like,
soup?
obviously not all. Yeah, the bean soup.
Yeah.
Theory, that's what it is. But
Oh.
you guys know what I
But
mean.
many.
Yeah.
Okay, so on a related story to this one, this is an NBA player who is under fire for homophobic slur in rap lyrics. You can decide if you're offended by this, because
Okay.
it's about lesbians.
Okay.
Pistons center Jalen Duren uses homophobic.
What's
and
his name?
Pistons center is the team he plays for. He used homophobic and anti-lesbian language in a rap song. An NBA player should know better. This is Outsports, the woke sports LGBT website. There's nothing wrong with exploring many talents, but Duren's rap took a misogynistic and arguably homophobic turn when it hit social media earlier this week. Duren, rapping presumably about an ex-girlfriend, says, "I lost my bitch to a I said, F it, she can have her, because she gon' do I don't, and she gon' touch I won't." Article here.
Why? Hold on.
What is a touching that a
That a
straight
straight
man
man won't
doesn't want to
touch?
touch?
Probably like anything related to the female anatomy.
Is this him coming out too?
Yeah, he sounds kind of gay.
Yeah.
But also, it kind of sounds like he's giving her flowers.
Yes!
You know
It's
what I
not
mean?
even an insult. He's like,
He's
you know
like,
what?
you
I
know what?
respect it.
You
She's
made her
gonna get it better.
orgasm, and I didn't. So
Open
you take
relationship.
her. Maybe I get. Yeah, this sounds very like complimentary.
It's
of
very
lesbians.
progressive,
Yeah.
honestly.
But the article says there's a lot to get into here. It's an outdated term for a lesbian that has been somewhat reclaimed by the LGBTQ community. Duren is a straight male, though. There is a difference between a lesbian using this term and a hetero basketball star. The context of the term is also derogatory. Duren's lyrics seem to indicate that intimacy between two women is taboo in a way that he doesn't want to think about or participate in. Calling his ex-partner a bitch is also sexist.
Oh my god.
They're surprised that rap music can be sexist and homophobic.
And
That's actually-
imagine
yeah,
getting
that's-
pressed about this. Like, this is what I wake up and report on.
Yeah.
A rapper said bitch in his lyrics.
I know. I mean, we speak. If anybody is misogynistic for saying bitch, it's gay men.
Oh,
I mean,
They
if
can
we
be
actually,
misogynistic.
if you
Yes.
actually want to have that conversation about using the term bitch, but like,
It's possible.
yeah,
There
I
are
don't know.
homophobic.
we'll be talking about a lesbian-related story. We'll be like, it's fine. We don't
fine,
want to see it.
Yeah, not in
like,
our faces, please.
No,
But it's
yeah,
like a joke. And people are like, wow, I can't believe you don't support lesbians
Well, those
after
are
I've
the
been a
woke
fan for your
ones.
Yeah.
years. Well, it's just lack of critical comprehension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People
It's
don't
IQ
get
is
it.
not.
Somebody got very upset at us because we were playing Marry Kill with Blair White, and
Yeah.
I gave one of the options as Jeffrey Epstein, George Floyd, Charlie Kirk. And we got a comment that was like, I'm a big supporter, but how could you
Oh my god.
joke about Charlie Kirk? And it's like, we obviously were very outspoken about how horrible it is.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
support
Everybody
it.
was.
Well, not true. Not
No,
every.
I'm saying everybody is in us. Like,
Oh,
us,
yes,
and
yes,
like-
yes,
But
yes.
have you been on TikTok?
But a
with,
lot
like,
of
the
them
memes?
supported it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, but you can still make dark jokes about
Yeah,
something.
dark humor.
And if you're here as a part of this community and you don't get that, like, how have you not picked up that we're gonna do that? This is not a sensitive channel.
Yeah, but that's something I've noticed too with a lot of conservatives. Like if you touch a touchy subject for them, or religious conservatives,
They're like, I love dark humor until
Except
you joke about.
Snowflakes.
yeah.
Anyways.
But this actually, this reminded me of the Whatever podcast. There was this guy there, and he had a lesbian on. And she was more lefty.
I
But
remember.
then they got into an argument. He's like, "Well, you like sniz.
Oh yeah.
Well, you like
yeah.
sniz. And I was like, "Wait, and you don't? Like what? What's going on?"
Yeah, he said lick or like.
Lick.
Lick.
Oh. Yeah, I remember Andrew Wilson is just
He's
so
the
That's his
worst.
name, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you think of the latest coming out of the Olympians who are oppressed and the bastion of journalistic heroism that is LGBT media over at Outsports. Let us know in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed. And do consider becoming a channel member. We're going to play a fun game, but it'll be for members only with Misha. So thanks, and we'll be back with more real soon.